Okay, everyone, sorry for the interruption. We had a slight technical difficulty that through the genius of the class has been resolved. Clap for the genius class. Okay, so what we want to do is conclude this. What I'm doing, for those of you who just walked in this dramatic Friday morning before Thanksgiving, is I am explaining the responses or the possible responses to the questions. We are in the third question, which is once again optional. You just have to do one of the three, and we're sort of midway through it. What I was saying before the technical implosion occurred is that one of the things we see as we move from philosopher to philosopher is that despite the need for constant questioning, despite the sort of unsavory and negative view on most people most of the time, you still have stable and constant values. And that's one of the things that characterizes philosophy, is that, you know, regardless of the historical situation, regardless of the negative view of human life, regardless of the sort of built-in pessimism about most people most of the time, it still affirms constant values. Now, those constant values change from philosopher to philosopher, and that's what we've been tracking as we've moved from Socrates to Plato to Aristotle into Judeo-Christianity, and we're going to go to Descartes, and we're going to do Kant, and we're going to do Nietzsche, and then we're going to do me as we conclude the course over the next month or so. Okay, I spoke about the difference between absolute values, that is constant stable values, in Plato and Socrates, and Christianity, focusing on God and God with special characteristics. Okay, so that's another constant from philosopher to philosopher. One of the things that results from having this sort of dual system where you have bad people and good values is the need to criticize and challenge the status quo. Because if you have high values and if you have a low, social dimension, then it becomes necessary for a certain kind of person, or a certain kind of person, I better say, to challenge the status quo, and that's what a philosopher does. That's what a philosopher does, and those are the dynamics of why there's philosophy in the first place. Now, part of challenging the status quo is putting yourself at risk, and obviously different philosophers do this in different ways, and obviously I'm choosing the ones, the philosophers who risk their lives or get killed in the pursuit of truth. And, you can work on why I do that. There are most certainly a lot of philosophers who, if you like, wouldn't be caught dead dying for philosophy. Okay? And this speaks of the different paths that can be included in the Western philosophical tradition. And we'll talk more about this as we move into the last month of the class. And then there's the final one, is the importance of helping others, and the importance of educating and helping other people grow. And we saw that a lot in the cave. We saw that in the Apology. We saw that in the Symposium, not so much in Aristotle, but of course, that's why I chose the Sermon on the Mount, because that's exactly what Jesus is doing in the Sermon on the Mount. He's taken the people who were in the cave, as it were, and he's trying to lead them to light and God and a proper understanding of human life and the rest of the universe. Okay, I hope that helps everyone.